Hello traders, welcome to our today's video. Over the last couple of days, I have been receiving a lot of inboxes actually asking for a very simple strategy with less number of indicators. And I've decided to answer that question or that request with this particular video. In this video, we are going to be talking about a very simple strategy as what was requested with only one indicator, which is the Traders Dynamic Index, basically the TDI, and it's actually an indicator that is available to everyone for free. So in this particular indicator, you will be using it to get entries primarily. So we are going to go through the historical data in August, which is the month we are in at the time of recording this video. So basically this indicator has Bollinger Bands, the RSI line, the signal line, and the moving 50. But in this particular strategy, we will only use the Bollinger Bands or the volatility bands and the RSI line as well as the signal line. So what do we need, or what will we be looking for? We'll be actually looking for one, piercing of the RSI line out of the volatility bands. So it's basically a shark fin. That's the first thing that we will need to have. Then we will need to have bloodline, which is basically an EMA or the RSI line crossover with the signal line. Like that. After having the bloodline, we will need another bloodline as our entry. So basically we will require the shark fin, bloodline, and then bloodline for an entry. So you will need to actually stretch your TDI so that it will be the sole thing that you see on your charts. If you want this indicator, you can get it in our free Telegram channel. I'll leave the link in the description box below. Alright, so after seeing these things, you can see that this shark fin was issued at this particular point, and then the first bloodline was at this point, then the last entry bloodline was at this particular point. So usually indicators you need to be using, specifically for this one, you need to be entering at candle closes. So this is where you are going to make your entry as a first example. So for something to stick in your mind, you need to see it several times. And that is what we are now going to do. I'll show you several points where this particular effect took place. We've said shark fin, bloodline, second bloodline, and on this particular point, that is where we were going to make. So basically making something like an M or a W pattern on the TDI indicator. This is where we were going to make an entry and our entry at the closure of this particular candlestick. Always know that if you are generating signals like these ones, you are not going to have some sort of repainting or some sort of being faked out, because this indicator is actually basing on candle closes of the price chart. In this case, we had the first one, shark fin, then on the last bloodline, we can see it was at this particular candlestick, and the market actually obeyed what we wanted. So I would advise to have your stop loss below structure and your take profit twice what you are risking. Here we had the shark fin, and the last bloodline was at this particular point, and the market actually obeyed what we wanted. Here as well, we had shark fin, the last bloodline was this one, and we made our entry. It was actually in that particular direction. So this was a short video to answer the question, or to answer the request whereby a trader was requiring a trading strategy which doesn't have a lot of indicators but has a higher probability entries and with only one indicator. On that note, we've come to the end of our video, and I always advise to backtest before you trade these strategies on a live account. See you on the next one.